Hi you guys, it's Yogi here. So today I want to speak to you about the notion of learning versus training, because at the moment I'm doing a lot of different trainings with people and people don't know the difference between training and learning. So learning is something that you do continuously. It's taking in a lot of information and you learn different things about different people and situations and all that. Training is when you focus on something and you start to master it. So that means it goes beyond information. It might have started with some information, but then it goes into knowledge. And then the knowledge starts to become, through training, become masterful. You become masterful in it. And that's because you repeat it. So it's like when you go to work. You get a job, you go to work. Over some years, you become great at what you do because you have trained in that every day. You've gone to work, you've done the same thing, you've mastered something, and then you keep going, and you become better. So that is the difference between training and learning. So we have a lot of people these days want to learn stuff, but that's like gathering information and taking more and more in. But it's not becoming masterful on some subject or something that you could become great at. The reason you want to train is because you want to master something, you want to grow in something, you want to take it deeper and deeper so you can get some satisfaction out of it, right? Because you know, if you get on the tennis court, for example, and you can barely hit the ball over the net, you know, after 10 minutes you're like, hey, this kind of sucks, because I can't even get the ball over the net, so I'm not even getting a rally going here, I'm not testing my skills, because maybe I'm lacking in those skills. But if you train, and you go to a trainer, and you train 2 or 3 times a week, over 6 months you'll have a pretty good game where you could knock the ball, enjoy yourself, play a few games, and it becomes a fruitful experience because you trained in it. Now that's something that you have to think about, because learning just means you know stuff. How important is that to you? You have to decide. I would prefer to train in 5 or 6 different things and sort of master them and grow in them and really enjoy them. If it's sports, if it's some kind of training in a course or program or getting a diploma or whatever it is, I'd rather do that than know, 20, 30, 100 different things that I've learned. Because I might be able to bring that up in a conversation, for example, but that doesn't give me the experience of actually training in that thing. So I can have a conversation about computers and phones and many different things, but I haven't mastered any of that. So my knowledge is really limited, my experience is somewhat there, but I haven't trained in any of these things. Now I've trained in Ayurveda, I've trained in yoga, I've trained in meditation, in lifestyle, in wellness, in diet, in treatments, in all of these things. So then I can impart things to you and to other people and really help you to overcome your ailments, to heal and to progress on your path. And then I can apply it to myself. So I want you to think about that. It's the difference between training and learning. I would really encourage you to start training in things so you can really be fruitful in them, gain a lot out of them, and gain those experiences. Because I played golf, played. I didn't really play. I hit the ball and it kind of went that way, and then it went that way, and then it went that way, and it never went that way. But I didn't train. So I went on the golf course once or twice, got a little frustrated, and I never played again. So I didn't really get anything out of the game, and I could definitely not have a conversation on the sport because I didn't really, get the basis of it and train it a little bit. So if I wanted to get the experience, I should have trained a little bit. So I want you to really think about that in your life and the things that you're doing, because we want to advance continuously on this path. So I want you to look at the things that you're doing and saying, what do I need to train in more? What do I need to become better at? Let me spend some time in that. And these things that I'm kind of learning about, I can put those aside and spend all that time that I'm doing those 10 things and spend it on these 1 or 2 things and become great. And then really feel like I'm getting something out of it. So I'm going to leave you with that because I want you to really advance on your path. So think about it, apply it, and hopefully you will want to train more and not learn more. Namaste.